Leaving Ferrari. Is it the smart thing to do if you were Charles Leclerc? One pundit seems to think so. So far, Ferrari has disappointed the Monegasque driver, falling short on their promises of glory and an incompetent car. So why would it make sense for Leclerc to pack up his things and to take his talents elsewhere? Let's find out in today's video. Peter Windsor believes that Charles Leclerc will face challenges in matching the achievement of Max Verstappen while racing for Ferrari. Windsor suggests that Leclerc's commitments at the Ferrari team may prevent him from reaching the same level of success that Verstappen is experiencing with Red Bull. Leclerc's ongoing contract with the Scuderia extends until the end of 2024. But despite this long-term commitment, the partnership has yet to fulfill its potential. Leclerc has encountered plenty of disappointment-filled instances because of the team's unreliability and strategic errors. During a recent episode on his YouTube channel, Peter Windsor dedicated a substantial chunk of time to discussing the obstacles that Charles Leclerc is currently facing and what he needs to translate his potential into concrete achievements. Windsor engaged with viewer questions and elaborated on the necessary elements for Leclerc to start converting his talent into tangible results. Windsor said, "Well, he needs to be in a Red Bull RB19 with Adrian Newey fussing around him all day. Short of that, it's not going to be easy. If he's at Ferrari, I don't know what he needs, but he needs a car as quick as a Red Bull and no politics. It's impossible. He's not going to achieve Max's level, in my opinion, because he's got too much other stuff going on in his brain to focus on being as good as Max is right now." Windsor suggests that the extensive demands placed on Leclerc beyond just driving could potentially be a contributing factor to his driving errors. In support of this theory, Windsor highlighted a notable incident during the 2022 French Grand Prix, where Leclerc crashed out while attempting to outmaneuver Verstappen during the pit sequence. This incident served as an example of how the additional responsibilities may have affected Leclerc's performance on the track. The big one was Paul Ricard last year, wasn't it? And that was terrible. He was just going quickly, wasn't he? And went off just before his pit stop. Obviously, the tyres were near the end. But no excuse, and he went off. That's why I say he's got a lot going on in his brain. Max doesn't. He's in a much nicer place. There's nothing a racing driver wants more than to know when he wakes up on Monday morning that he's driving for a great racing team and everything's at peace with the world. All he has to do is focus on himself and his driving. Very few people in motor racing can say that and feel that way, but I think Max is one of them. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve that. Of course he does. He's earned that position and he's enjoying it and making the most of it. But Charles isn't in that position. That's why he does odd things, doesn't go very well in the wet sometimes, doesn't go very well when tyre temperatures are down, doesn't go very well when the track's clear and he's got nobody in front of him and he's got to do a quick lap. He's made a lot of mistakes. Additionally, Windsor highlighted that Leclerc's performance tends to suffer when the track conditions result in less than optimal grip, suggesting that he has yet to master the art of driving effectively when faced with non-car related issues. At the moment, Leclerc has looked pretty bad when the temperatures are not good and it's semi-wet. So if you're Charles Leclerc, you're thinking, I need to make sure I'm quick in the wet and I need to work out what's going on there. To my mind, he's trying too hard in the wet and he needs to let the car float more with no brakes and throttle mid-corner and let the car settle. He doesn't seem to be doing that particularly well at the moment. When he doesn't have tyre temperature, he's trying to get the temperature the wrong way by being hard on the car. Rather than just extending the corner, going in and making it a longer corner, he's having to work the tyres a bit harder. So I think that's what he needs to do. Leclerc has gained a reputation for being extremely self-critical, often publicly berating himself when he makes mistakes. But Windsor believes that this level of self-criticism does not negatively impact Leclerc's driving. Instead, Windsor blames the challenges in Leclerc's partnership with Ferrari to his high level of intelligence. According to Windsor, it is Leclerc's exceptional intelligence that may be causing the partnership to not quite align as expected. He went on to say, "I think he's quite a hard guy. I remember watching him at Monza in Formula 2 in his last year when he was with Prema. A good team doing a lot of winning, but he wasn't very good in qualifying. I remember I chatted to him afterwards and said, it's surprising you're not quick here, Charles. And he said, I just didn't drive very well. I wasn't very good. I wasn't very good on the braking at the Parabolica, never really very good into the first Lesmo. I thought, wow, this guy is unbelievably self-critical. This guy's bound to become world champion. You could say maybe he's a bit too self-critical. Maybe. But I've always felt self-criticism is an incredibly powerful tool of how to improve, and generally I think I'm right. Maybe Charles is a little bit too self-critical, but I don't think it's hurt him really. I think it's more just being an intelligent guy at Ferrari. I think it's a difficult thing to be intelligent and at Ferrari, unless it's your Ferrari and you've created it, as Michael Schumacher or Niki Lauda did. It is possible that Ferrari is focused on the wrong driver. According to Spanish driver Lucas Ordóñez, Carlos Sainz deserves greater recognition and respect from his team. Ordóñez bases his opinion on the fact that Sainz is currently outperforming their highly regarded driver Charles Leclerc in this year's championship. According to Ordóñez, Sainz's achievements warrant more acknowledgement and appreciation from the Ferrari team. When Carlos Sainz joined Ferrari in 2021, many pundits labelled him as Leclerc's secondary driver, tasked with supporting the Monegasque driver in his quest to bring Ferrari their first world championship since Kimi Raikkonen's victory in 2007. However, contrary to these expectations, Ferrari has not come close to mounting a title challenge thus far. On top of that, Sainz has consistently outperformed Leclerc in the Drivers' Championship, achieving this in 2 out of the 3 seasons they have been teammates. Based on these facts, Lucas Ordóñez asserts that Sainz deserves greater respect from Ferrari. He told Marca, "Until Sainz arrived, Leclerc had won everything. Since he started in karts, he has swept GP3 and Formula 2. He was the pretty boy, a prodigy, and we forget very quickly that this year, like in 2021, Sainz is ahead of Leclerc in the World Championship. The pressure from Maranello is very great. Carlos Sainz deserves recognition and more respect from the team." Ferrari's internal problems have sparked driver replacement rumours. Recent reports from Italy suggested that Ferrari was contemplating replacing Carlos Sainz with Alex Albon once Sainz's contract expires next year. But for those of you hoping to see the Thai-British driver in red, don't hold your breath. Fred Vasseur, who has previously supervised Albon's progress in GP3 and Formula 2, rejected the rumours, claiming that the 27-year-old driver was being considered by the team. Speaking to motorsport.com, Vasseur said, "I don't know where this story came from. I've run Albon in the past, and we're friends. If a reporter asks me if Alex is currently doing a good job, I would say yes, but that doesn't mean I'm interested in taking him. I think Alex also has a contract with Williams for 2024. The team is investing a lot, so there is no problem." That being said, his current drivers' contracts are still very much on hold, which opens the door to change in the future. Vasseur emphasised that there was no urgency to engage in discussions about the contracts and future of Sainz and Leclerc at Ferrari, adding that, "I was clear with the team at the beginning of the season, and I was also clear with the drivers that I need to get to know the team first, and it takes months. They still have a 1-year contract, so I don't think it's an issue that needs to be discussed now. We'll certainly talk about it in the future, but it's not the first concern. The priority for everyone is to focus on the team, especially this season. I don't want there to be any distracting elements." If you were in Charles Leclerc's shoes, would you leave Ferrari to pursue success? Or would you stay loyal to the team you dreamt of racing for since you were a little boy? Tell us what you would do and why in the comments section down below. And, as always, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thanks for watching.